Hi guys, about to get started. Great live today. I'm excited. I got my numero uno, Renee.
Hello.
And she did her own edges, guys. Yeah.
I tried my best.
And she did Kara's. Come on. She's a natural. And they got this baby hair going. We are going to go over blow drying today. We're going to go over a great blow dry for all hair types. I'm going to particularly focus on natural hair, just to make sure we are not frying our hair at home and we're doing great, a great blow dry. You always want to make sure that you're using a leave-in conditioner to protect the hair. The name of the game is protection, making sure that you're not damaging the hair unnecessarily. One of the biggest things with blow drying is to be intentional about having small sections. You want to have manageable sections. You don't want to try to take all of the hair and have way too much hair. So, as you can see, we have the sections, and I'm going to just do 2 more sections here, and then we're going to get started. The main thing, like I said, her hair was properly shampooed and conditioned, made sure everything was thoroughly rinsed out. Sometimes we have a lot of product buildup on the hair, and you don't want that. Some things to remember is that you want to have your clips for sectioning. You want to have a detangling comb. And a detangling comb is just a comb that has bigger teeth and they're further spread apart so that you don't pop the hair or pull the hair out. Always remember, when hair is wet, it's stretched and it's at a weaker state. So it's easier for the hair to break when it's wet. So GHD is really, really good. And the technology behind GHD for their hot tools is second to none. Normally, I would use this to do, this is what I use at the salon. I use it with the clients. But for those of us who are home, you may not want to make the investment. You know, these are expensive. But I wanted to be able to provide you something that will definitely help you and work at home. So if you have one of these dryers, I'm going to show you how to use it. It's not, it doesn't have a lot of power. It's only 1875 wattage. So with these types of dryers, the key is making sure you take smaller sections and making sure that you're doing full tension throughout. The main thing that you want to focus on is making sure you have a heat protectant in the hair, and you want to make sure you take manageable sections. How you know what size sections to take is dependent on how thick the hair is and how long the hair is. The thicker and the longer the hair is, the smaller the sections you want to take. If your hair is really, really curly or really, really thick, I recommend you start from the ends, because sometimes with really curly hair, really tightly curled hair, really thick hair, you'll find that the ends tangle up easily. You want to make sure you do the same amount of tension. So as you can see, that's not bad. You see that? And her hair is naturally curly. Smooth it out. You see, we didn't even go with the hot tool yet to press it out. That's just with the blow dry, and that's an 1875 watt blow dryer. So you can do it and not have issues with it. The key is using the consistent tension throughout. What I mean by tension is how you hold the hair, making sure you hold the hair taut to be able to smooth out and to get the hair to dry. Next section, you want to remember to think about when you have a section, think of it, break it up into 3 parts. You have the root to the mid shaft, you have your actual mid shaft, and then you have the ends. I'm hoping you're able to see it. I'm doing the same tension throughout all. You go to top to bottom. You go bottom to top, even tension. and the section is based on the amount of hair. So I'm able to get an ample amount of hair in the dryer. Drying so straight. Mannequin hair is one of the hardest hair to like work on. So if you are able to make a doll's hair look like something, then you're doing something right. So as you can see, she's not fully dry yet, but it's pretty straight and it's pretty smooth. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just blow dry this section, this one quadrant, and then I'm gonna go in and do a silk press so that you can at least get the whole thing, and hopefully y'all can practice tonight. She has, the hair is like a curly wave. You go all the way through. And you see that tension, the key is maintaining the tension from the root. I'm not letting go of that tension. I'm going easy, smooth, not burning myself, and getting it through the hair. And now I'm gonna go in to do the silk press. Same premise as when you're doing your blow dry. You wanna take smaller sections, finer sections. Now with the flat iron I'm using, you always want to make sure you don't go higher than 365 degrees. I don't care what your iron might say, but regardless to how thick, how coarse, or how you feel the hair is hard to straighten, you do not want to go over 365 degrees. Going any higher than that, it's inevitable that you're going to get heat damage. And if you've ever experienced that or you've seen it, your hair is natural. You go and you get it straightened, or you straighten it yourself, and then once you wet it, you have straight pieces. That's irreversible damage. I liken it to if you're ironing a shirt and you kind of scorch it or you burn it, there's nothing you can do about it. The shirt is just scorched. You can continue to wear it, or you throw it out, or you cut that piece out. This is one of my favorite for pressing hair because of the design, how it's shaped. This is the H2 Pro. If anyone is interested in it, I can get it from my distributor. This is also H2 Pro. This is a really small one that I use for curling short hair, but I also use it when pressing out to do the hairline, to get the hairline. It gets really close, you pull it, and so it really has that hairline really straight. This gets pretty hot. That's the one thing I will warn you. It gets pretty hot, so you want to make sure that you don't put it all the way up to high. You don't need it to go up to high. I use it on its highest when I'm using it on commercial hair. But on our hair, you do not want to go past 365. So the key to a good straighten, you want to use a great tool. You do not want to use a plastic comb that is going to melt with your heat. So a bone comb, one of my favorites. Crest makes it. I have them if anybody's interested in getting any. And the bone comb, it's heat resistant and it also eliminates static. So,
Good.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to take, once again, I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to take a thin section.
And it's neat.
Yes, thank you, baby. I'm going to take a thin section. You took the clips, babe. Clip it away.
Leave the clips up there.
And you're going to, can we see? I'm having issues today. All right. So you take a thin section. If you see through it, that's okay. The thicker the hair, the thinner the section that you take.
Auntie X said, hi, Gerdie, I miss you too. Love you.
Whatever.
And Hannah's watching. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah. All right. So you're taking the thin section. You're going at the root. Going at the root. And you're pulling it fine. You're going to hold it from the root, and you're going to have that tension going all the way down. And you're going to use your comb, because the comb is holding the hair and is separating the strands so that you're able to have even heat distribution, and you're able to go through the hair and give it a great press. Following through, and I'm making sure I'm holding my tension all the way through. See that? Even tension all the way through. So now you really see how shiny it is. But once again, it's not heavy and it's not weighed down. You have some great movement. And I didn't curl it yet. I'm really just straightening it. Somebody else. So take another section. Get your root. Insert the comb. Hopefully you can see. And then follow it through with even tension from root to end. I'm parting on a diagonal so we don't have that line. So doing it on the diagonal, we won't have that line of demarcation, and that's my bump. With your bump, you want to have like a C shape. I don't know if you can see it, right? So that's your bump. You can just leave it there. I'll do it again. Oh, and you see how there's no line of demarcation. I'm going to do it again. I part it on a diagonal, go through, and even though the hair is relatively smooth, I'm not stopping. You can see I just kind of went all the way through with the curl, didn't stop, and made sure to have the even tension from root to end. So that's what if you just want to do a bump. Okay? Now I'm going to do a wave. For you to get a wave, it's how you ribbon it through your iron. There's a few ways you can do a wave. Your easiest way is to ribbon it on like a spiral. So I'm going to go and I'm spiraling it through and down. And that's how you get your wave. It looks really cute when the whole head is like that. Or you can alternate between a wave and an actual pin curl. So I'll do the wave again. It's once again in how you're curling it. You want to ribbon the hair through. It's on a diagonal and you ribbon it through. You keep moving, you don't stop, and you ribbon it through. And that gives you your wave. Now to do a pin curl. So with this, it's okay. With the wave, I'm moving the hair, ribbing the hair through while I'm also moving the flat iron through. With doing a pin curl, you're ribboning the hair through the flat iron. The flat iron can essentially stay in the same place while the hair is moving through it. So with the pin curl, if you see the difference, the hair is staying in one area. See the difference? I'll do it again. Taking it and I'm ribboning the hair through the iron while the iron is just kind of like a rotation. You know how you see like chicken on the rotisserie? It's kind of like that. And you let it stay through. While the hair is hot, you let it stay so it can catch the form. And then when it cools off, you can let it go through. So hopefully you guys see the difference between doing a wave as opposed to doing a pin curl. And you see the difference, right? All right. That's our live for today. A blow dry to be able to blow dry hair, to be able to give yourself or somebody a great silk press, and to be able to do a bump, a wave, or a pin curl. Any questions, once again, you can feel free to text, email, DM me. And that's it. I appreciate you for watching. I will edit the video and upload it to YouTube. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. TressTalk with Gerdie on YouTube. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.